Now we're coming to the really important things. And sustainability for me, I don't know what it is for you, but that means I'm functioning. And if I'm not functioning as a human, nothing else matters. So what is the core of sustainability for you? For me, that is kind of very essential and very important. If I don't function as a human, nothing else matters. So with that, I would like to invite Natalie to take us on that path on human-centered sustainability. Natalie, welcome up. Big hand for Natalie.
Do you have my slides? First, I would love to express my gratitude to Lars for inviting me here and giving me the opportunity to speak about my company Munay, which is the solution for sustainable health. So it's a little bit of a different kind of topic. And like Lars said, it's about the individual and kind of what we can do personally on a kind of micro level. So first, a little bit about my background. I have a master's in financial economics, and I'm also a holistic health coach. I provide brief therapy services and have 2 years of psychology studies behind me and continuing. I am curious about finding sustainable solutions for health. And this curiosity was kind of kicked in by during my last year of master studies, when I was completing a double master's and working full time at the German Stock Exchange. And I was kind of making short-term solutions to be able to meet the demands of myself, of other people, and really not considering how I would function in the long term, how I would sustain myself. And I was really on the verge of walking into a wall. And that kind of sparked the interest to find alternative solutions to heal my own burnout, my anxiety, and other symptoms that I had. And I had an intuitive feeling that the root causes of these things were related to the choices that I was making in my life. And I knew that in my case, one pill wasn't going to solve that, but I had to go to the bottom of these symptoms. So why do we so desperately need to find new solutions for health? So the EU funding for mental health only has passed 600 billion euros. And healthcare systems in a lot of countries are in crisis. For example, in Finland, where I'm from, we have a healthcare reform right now, and there are a lot of questions and problems. And from my own experience working with government funding for psychotherapy in Finland, there really is a big problem where people might have to wait for 1 to 1.5 years before they can enter psychotherapy. And even after 3 years of paid psychotherapy, they might not actually be feeling that well. So there is something definitely that is missing in the Western medical model, in the systems that we have. So I think that there is something that we need to change. Also, the aftermath of the pandemic has led to radical decline in mental health. So people generally feel more anxious, they feel more depressed. We have substance abuse have gone up since the pandemic, and people feel isolated. So I think it's very important that we find a holistic way to look at things. So with my company Munay, I work with individuals and groups offering holistic health coaching and solution-based therapy. So my coaching is centered around people that have high demanding lives like myself. And really that's why I wanted to create the Munay solution. So the Munay solution is an integrative model of alternative and Western medicine. And the focus is really on holistic health. So we're not just looking at one part of the body like the heart or the brain, but we're looking at the individual as a whole and all parts of the individual's life and how that affects the person and the symptoms and the illness that is created. Munay solution is about learning to find sustainable and natural solutions. I have been working myself with indigenous people in Peru, like in this picture, and they have a lot of alternative ways to look at health. And some studies have found that some of these communities are the most psychologically stable communities, adults and children in the whole world. And that is really what also sparked my curiosity. What are these people doing differently than what we are when we are so disconnected, and they have this community and they really look at the root cause and all the other aspects of health than just trying to deal with the symptom. So the focus of the Munay solution is empowerment of the individual. So to take back the power, so not giving the power away to some authority in a white coat or some professional, but also making the decision yourself. So you can listen to the professional and the professional who knows things, but also doing your own research and really also learning to listen to yourself. So being empowered in your own health. And I think that's something that is very, very important. And how does this all connect to climate change? So in my personal opinion, I think that climate change starts from the man in the mirror, so from oneself. And it's about us thinking about, what am I doing? What am I doing that's making it worse? What am I doing that's making it better? And not just pointing fingers at other people. And I think that's where we start to change the world. And I also think that when we take responsibility for our own health, we want to start taking responsibility for the planet. So when you become more aware, you create consciousness around your own decisions, around your own health, you also, that has a ripple effect on the climate. And the solutions for health are usually related also to environmentally friendly solutions, like eating predominantly plant-based, eating more fruits and vegetables, which will then grow more plants, using less medication, which pollute the environment. So the solutions, the sustainable solutions for health are also sustainable for the planet. So it's a win-win situation. And in the long term, the plan for Munay is really to create these kind of eco retreat centers, health centers, working with different doctors and psychologists, and adopting, like I said, integrating alternative methods with the Western model. And that's really how we can create change in the world. Thank you.